Good morning, welcome back to the Anime Hounds. This week we're going to be covering Resident Evil 2.
Out of Devil May Cry.
No.
It's Resident Evil.
The game Devil May Cry comes out in March. There's no need to cover it as of yet.
Gosh.
So we covered Kingdom Hearts last week, and like I said, we'll be covering Resident Evil 2. And you guys are familiar with Resident Evil as a whole, right?
Of course.
Absolutely. So we covered like Kingdom Hearts. So I picture Kingdom Hearts is like a PG movie, with kids and stuff like that. Even though the trailer sounded like really dark, but then you get to like Resident Evil, and Resident Evil is like all dark and nitty gritty. And then you see that tyrant looking guy. Then you see like Claire, just walking. Then you see Ada. Then you got Hunk. They say Hunk there. You remember Hunk? Hunk was in the game. Oh my God, Hunk was in the game, bro. Oh, that's like amazing. Can you imagine if there's a Mercenaries mode? Can you imagine and then Chris comes out of nowhere, where's my gun? Can you imagine if he actually says that? Bro, that would be amazing. Can you? I cannot wait until it actually. All right, we are back. Yeah, fantastic. I got it completely ignored. I guess my opinions don't matter in this channel. You should be calling it the Edgar and Lazaro show. That's it. Go. What's your opinion? So you can fade out. Go fade out.
Normal transition here.
Oh God.
So yeah, Resident Evil 2. We're just gonna be nice, cut and dry about the whole thing. Resident Evil 2, the demo came out. You guys played it. What did you guys think? Not only about the demo, but are you guys excited for the whole thing? What do you think is gonna happen? Go talk.
Look, I'm super excited for Resident Evil 2, considering the fact that I played the old one, and I was a kid. I was extremely young when I played it. So
originally he said that he made out with a girl while his brother was playing the game, Resident Evil 2. That's why he loves the game so much. But Wicker.
Anyway, point is,
I think I was there.
For me, it was super scary when I was obviously a little kid. But now, looking how it is now, it looks great, so gritty. The enemies like
they look juicy.
They don't die. They don't die.
Like moist.
You shoot them in the head 6 times and they're still walking. You shoot them the 7th time, you think it's over. You're going around your merry way. You encounter another zombie, and then behind you, that zombie you shot 7 times in the head apparently gets up and just like bites you and stuff. Like it's insane. And then the tyrant with the freaking
the handsome
fedora
Squidward
thing. He's like Utsanok, Mr. X, yeah, he's Utsanok 2.0, except he's like more stuff about it, but he's like Utsanok 2.0, and Claire's just like running around helpless and all. It's crazy. I'm really, really excited about the enemies. I think, obviously you can tell they changed some things from the original story.
Yeah, they have.
So
of course.
Yeah,
so definitely, like, hopefully when you get deeper into the game, you could really see that in play. So that's definitely one thing I'm hoping for.
Yeah, one thing's for sure is that they didn't put it isn't because they said it isn't the same game, same everything, just cleaned up. It isn't the same thing. They have to change a couple things because not people who memorized Resident Evil 2 would just play this one and just burn through it.
That's true, exactly.
Yeah, what did you think, Ricardo?
Me? What did I think? Honestly, I like how they're keeping it classic, like the Resident Evil 2, but they're also putting that modern gameplay sense where it's in Resident Evil 7, where if you played Resident Evil 7, they used a lot of the same features. Like in the beginning of the trailer, of the demo, you see there was like the fuse box where you got the tape. That's the same. It's kind of like the same sense where Ethan tried to get in the garage, or when you go under the little gate, you try to go open the fuse box, and the same. It looks like exactly like the same fuses in the ship, where where you try to find the fuses. So I like how they're trying to implement the best of Resident Evil 7 and trying to keep it classic.
Yeah. That's like them like acknowledging that 7 happened. Well,
yeah.
sorry, not I mean studio wise, not story wise.
No, of course,
exactly. So yeah, definitely you gotta take the good.
Exactly.
And move it forward.
Yeah, but mechanic wise, it looks really good. They're really keep implementing the fear and gameplay wise. Like it's scary. You get paranoid. You don't know what's behind your back.
Well, I was paranoid.
Exactly. They want you to feel like that. They want you to feel helpless. And let me tell you, they're doing a good job with it. They're doing a really good job.
Yeah, because when I was playing it, granted, we've had a bunch of YouTube videos showing everything. The now there's even speed runs, but whatever. Even with knowing all of that, going into once you crawl under the gate and whatnot, and then the zombies are there. They're quiet, and then I'm stealth mode. I'm trying to do my thing. I'm trying to go through and then eventually because one sees you, the others are gonna find you.
Yeah.
That's one thing I love. Like it isn't just the one off. Usually, whenever there's one around the corner. There's like one of the, and then there's homeboy around the corner who was playing dead. Heard him. He's like, and he woke up too. So
he's like, that's Mikey. That's Mikey. Let's
that's Mikey. He needs help. Let's help him. So, but I'm loving it so far. And then, so what do you think is gonna happen? Because Capcom was saying that it is not a remake. That it's in its own story. Not its own story, but it's part of the story. Uh-huh. So is this like a soft reboot to you guys? Could this maybe a soft reboot? Because granted, think about it. Resident Evil 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. And now they go back to 2. And it blatantly says Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
So they're not being discreet about this. Saying Resident Evil 2, and the producers have said that it is not a remake. It is a story in its own right. It's part of the series in its own right.
Yeah, so I guess a soft reboot would be appropriate because there's some stories and some elements have changed, but they're not going too far off of it. They want to keep the story as original as possible. So that's what I think they're doing. That, and future-wise, I'm sure since I know for a fact Resident Evil 2 is going to do very well, I guarantee they're going to do the same thing for Part 3.
Yeah, my opinion of the whole thing is that I think they're just trying to bring a love series back in the 90s.
Yeah.
For the modern generation.
Of course.
The modern day graphics, the modern day engine and whatnot, the RE engine. And granted, they're not doing the same thing. And I think this time around, because with Resident Evil, as much as I love 4, 5, and 6, they were borderline superheroes. Everything that they went through and they survived is kind of, but I think
especially Chris with the rock.
The
boulder.
Seriously. I think from this point on, they're going to bring a more grounded series, and I'm very, very, this is my opinion, of course, I'm very sure what I think will happen based on the sales of Resident Evil 2. They're going to go ahead and greenlight a Part 3 under the covers, and this may lead to a proper storytelling of the events.
Yeah, because what it could very well be is just a soft reboot in the sense of like they kind of brought back one and like cleaned it up because you don't have to really go into detail.
Which I love.
It's the original.
That's correct. Yeah, the story itself is great.
It's the original horror story in terms of Resident Evil. It's the original. You don't really have to go clear cut with it. Then you soft reboot 2, you tell the story a different way, but still make a continuity with all the other Resident Evils, and then you hop on and make 3 as well and do the same thing. Because they can get into better detail now that it's a better engine, better graphics and all that. They can get into more detail, especially Jill with Nemesis and all that stuff.
Yeah, of course. What I want actually to happen if they do continue that, I'm assuming they're gonna stop at one point. Because I'm wondering if they're gonna do 4.
I don't know.
Or if they're gonna do 5.
I
don't think so.
If they do, if they were to remake all of those again, which I don't think they'll do that again. I think that maybe the ones that were kind of left field, because honestly, as much as I love 4 whatnot, 4 was the one that began to implement action into it. 3 after 3 Veronica whatnot. When 4 came in, that right there, that's the period when 4 stopped. It began to implement action officially. Yeah. And then 5 upped it up a notch.
And then 6
upped it up a notch.
6 was like
it's like Die Hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Die Hard. But so what generally I think because keep in mind this is Resident Evil 2, right?
Yeah.
So they're basing this off of an event that already happened.
Of course.
Something that triggered this whole thing to happen. So they must be basing it off of either the remake, the RE remake, which would make the most sense.
Yeah.
And
it does. I can say that.
RE, because that's how it happens. The virus breaks out in the mansion, and then the zombies make their way into the city, and then hits the fan.
So on and so forth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, and it makes the most sense, honestly. 2 is something. Sorry. 2 is after something, and I'm assuming it's after Part 1, the RE remake. That's just me, though. That's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
Yeah, makes sense.
But like I said, I kind of actually want them to do that. It's great, yeah, for all these remakes and stuff like that. It's great and fantastic, but man, I kind of want to see what happens to Jake. It wouldn't be good to have like a Jake story or something like that. That's
Wesker's son. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. To have their own side story, but with that engine, I'm actually excited for that.
All right. Well, guys, hopefully you guys are excited for the game as we are. definitely chime in. Let us know, what do you think is their plan? What is Capcom doing? Resident Evil 2, is it a one-off? Will we get a part 3? I think we'll get a part 3. Is it a one-off? Are we gonna get a part 3? Would it go into part 4? And if they go into the games that were very actiony, are they gonna change the whole thing and just give it horror?
I wonder.
Well, we'll find out. Well, hopefully we'll find out.
What about next week? What's gonna happen next week?
Next week. Damn, you threw a curveball at me.
Yeah, but Broly's coming out next week, isn't it?
Oh yes, next week we're watching the Broly movie. Oh my god, totally forgot. I bought the tickets already. We're watching the Broly movie, so we're gonna be giving you a direct hands-on review of the Broly movie ourselves that same day. Thank you so much. We'll be here. Leave your comments in the video in the comments section. Thank you so much. Have a good one.